We're on every single front now.
Are we recording right now?
We are recording right now.
Oh, shit.
You can see your levels right now. We are recording on 3 different levels: video, 2 separate lines of audio for some reason.
And what's the third level? Emotionally.
Yeah.
And intellectually.
And yeah, that's where I'm recording. And I'll never forget. Are you just looking at Are you looking at the screen now, just seeing how it's recording?
Yeah. It's kind of mesmerizing.
It's a little mesmerizing. I'm turning this off though. So yeah, we welcome to Blunderbuss. People chiming in for the first time. Yeah.
Welcome. Here we talk about regrets and mistakes and errors.
Right.
It's like a nice way to start your morning. Or your week.
This is gonna be a morning podcast. People maybe listen to it on the way to work. And
you think this would be a better podcast to listen to start your morning or end your day?
Oh man, I feel like I was imagining this being like a middle of the day podcast kind of thing.
Ooh,
like you're doing.
Lunchtime.
No, I was like doing work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you listen to podcasts during work?
I do.
Yeah. That's what I imagine. Like we're just so like our vibes are so good that people want to like chime in and like hang out with us and forget about work.
It's too heavy for beginning or end of day.
Yeah.
It's just the theme,
right?
Of like
this whole pod misconnections in life. Well, here's the thing: we actually have a few episodes recorded, but I use a bad microphone, which fits the theme of this podcast.
That's so us.
That's so us. We're killing it. You really can't go wrong with this pod because we're just so. If you mess up, that's part of the pod. You know what I mean?
It's foolproof.
It's full. Yeah. Mm-hmm. God, we're geniuses. This
was a great idea.
Take off.
This was a good idea.
That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. Well, Victor, thanks for doing this with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'll go ahead and introduce myself now.
Yeah, you can if you want.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Victor Tran or Vic Van Tran. I haven't decided my identity yet.
On the poster, you're Vic Van Tran. So if you guys are confused.
Yeah, I think I might go by that. It sounds cooler, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think having 3. I mean, it's a little Andrew Dice Clay-esque, but he's
Hickory
the
dickory dock.
You know he's Jewish? I didn't know he was Jewish.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He plays an Italian man, though, but I think it's kind of interesting. That's a very common thing in Hollywood, I feel like.
I have a friend who tried to book Andrew Dice Clay.
Really? For a show?
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
Well, I don't want to get into that. But yeah.
Did it not work out, or what? Is it a blunder?
I think so. I think it was just like a bad interaction. Yeah.
Sure.
He's like old.
Right.
And he's just chewed up. By
who, Andrew or
Andrew Dice Clay.
Okay.
Andrew Dice Clay.
Wait, is your friend in LA? Is he an LA guy?
No, he was a Houston guy. Yeah, like a booker.
Andrew Dice Clay? Oh, no.
He was a
friend.
Booker.
Yeah.
And Houston tried to book Andrew Dice Clay, and they had like this back and forth. Yeah. And Andrew Dice Clay was like very, I don't know.
Aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you're burning bridges with Andrew Dice Clay. He's gonna be your wreck to JFL, dude. You gotta be careful.
No,
you gotta be careful. No. Well, that's what comedy is, just burning bridges left and right. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm Art. I'm also on the poster. Yeah, this is weird doing like an intro because we're like 4 episodes deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another blunder on our ends.
And we began recording this episode. And we got to this part.
Yeah.
And we both did our intros.
Right.
With lots of depth.
Yeah.
And then we realized it wasn't recording.
Right. But now we're back. I do have a lot of blunders and mistakes I've had. That's happened in the last like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks or a week since we talked.
Let's get into it.
I've had a bunch. Do you have a few? I feel bad taking the first, but I can.
No. That would help me.
Okay, great. First one, I already mentioned it. Used the wrong microphone for 3 episodes for 3 weeks straight, and then didn't really realize it until I started editing the episodes, and I was like, "Fuck, damn it!" I mean, they're listenable, but it just sounds like it really does sound like someone's like on the phone on the other end. Like one mic is great, and the other mic's like, "Hey, what's up?" You know what I mean? It's like a little muted.
Yeah.
No bass. In the
no
voice.
glow, no red hue.
No red. Yeah. This looks like it's like hot, like it's on fire. Hot mic.
That's a hot mic.
Hot mic, baby.
Let's go.
Okay, so that was one. Second one. This is a more a timing one, which is I think the most interesting one. Me and my pal Terry.
Oh, I know Terry.
Terry Huang. We were in Omaha. He was in Omaha Comedy Festival. New Face, is that's what they're calling it? No, they're not calling it that. But he was there, and I was there doing some shows. He crashed in my place, but we were coming back, and our flight so there's a flight to Detroit, layover to Detroit to New York, right? So our flight to Detroit got delayed, and we're like, oh shit, it's gonna get canceled. And then we're like, oh no, it's fine. Like we got on the plane. We're excited. We're going home, baby. The boys are coming home. You know what I mean? Our years of service are over. So then we get on the plane. We get to Detroit, and that flight to New York also delayed, and we're like, okay, this is looking bad.
Yeah, it sounds like all
so it's
your
like,
fault.
Yeah, this is my fault. But then it's like, it was like a 9:30 flight got pushed back to like 11. We're like, okay, that's not like too crazy, right? So 11 hits, and then we're like, you know what? We have like an hour. Let's go get some dinner. So we grabbed some like late dinner, and then so 11 hits after we got dinner. And I didn't know this, but I was like, oh, I should probably check if it got delayed more. So I opened my phone, and it says, canceled.
No.
They didn't even tell us. I had to look at my freaking app.
What airline?
Delta.
Oof.
Yeah, so don't fly Delta. I feel like every airline's kind of fucked at this point.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So
I've
it's
yet
like,
to, I've yet to find a perfect one.
Right, yeah. We should start a perfect airline. That's what this pod is for, to make money.
Blunderbuss Airlines.
Yeah. Blunder plane.
That sounds trustworthy.
Anyway, so we do that, and we're in line for like an hour, and the help desk is like packed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, so every flight was canceled. This is like apparently due to weather. So every flight was like from like 10 o'clock onwards canceled. Wow. Mm-hmm. Huge line in the help desk. So we wait there for like an hour. They talk to us, and they're like, all right, yeah, I can get you a flight tomorrow, the next day at 6 p.m. We're like, that's so, I have to stay here all day? He's like, yeah, but you can try standby at 6 a.m. And we're like, okay, we'll try that.
Whoa.
And then we're like, all right, so can we, how do we get to the hotel? And they're like, oh, you don't get a hotel.
For standby.
No, for like staying the night at the, because we not until the next day. There were no flights until the next day.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, so how do we get to the hotel? And they go, oh, sorry, you don't get a hotel. And we're like, what do you mean? Like, we're supposed to sleep here? And she's like, yeah, if it's a weather-related event, we don't accommodate hotels.
I see.
And they were like, I can give you a pillow and blanket. And so we're like, all right. So we took a pillow and blanket, and we walked around for like 30 minutes trying to find a floor that was not dirty. The whole freaking airport's like stained. It's disgusting. If you ever really, really look at it, it's like huge stains everywhere.
Yeah.
But we did find a corner, and we posted up, and we tried sleeping. They don't turn the lights off, so the lights are so bright, and it's also freezing in there. Yeah. And Terry did find another set of pillows and blankets, and so we got two blankets and like a pillow.
What do you mean you found another set?
We just found a set.
Disgusting.
He just found like they're bagged. So it was like in a bag, you know.
Okay.
They're just like in a bag.
I thought he was like in a corner. He's found like some used. Like...
I didn't ask a lot of questions. Terry just brought two over. I'm like, all right, I'll use this. I'm not gonna ask. I'm in survival mode now. I'll do anything at this point.
Yeah. You couldn't have just asked for another.
Well, we didn't even the line. We had to get back in line, and also there are a lot of people who needed the blankets and pillows. So
you still ended up taking one.
I know, yeah. Well, I didn't do it. Terry did it. Terry
I'm sorry.
He, everyone who's pissed at me, go find him. All right. And this was an interesting moment. I was sort of asleep, and then I got woken up by the sound of a Zamboni turning on, which is like, kind of crazy.
A Zamboni?
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
What sound does that make?
It's like a and like the brushes at the bottom start going like.
Oh, I thought it was like an instrument.
No,
no.
No.
I thought somebody was gonna like.
What are you thinking of? No, Zamboni's like the thing that cleans floors and like ice rinks.
I've seen those.
Yeah. So it's like a giant machine, and I just like freaking jolts me awake. I'm like, oh my god, like that sound is crazy. But they don't clean those floors at all in the airports. Like there's no one vacuum, and I saw a vacuum, but no one was vacuuming any of the floors that we were sleeping on.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
That's disgusting, though. People sleep on that floor.
No, they don't. They're not supposed to.
Yeah, well, I'm sleeping on that floor. People sleeping on that floor.
Yeah.
So we like posted up, and it was really cold, and it sucked, and then it was really bright, and it was a terrible time.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah. So we got very sleep.
Just like a bleak reminder of what comedy really is.
Sleeping
on an airplane floor.
We had an amazing weekend. We had a great time.
It was good?
Seeing my mom. Terry did well. I did okay in some shows, and then I was just like, oh man, that was so fun. And then like I'm ready to go back home. Then I had to be fucking stuck. I had to take a sick day because I couldn't get back to work.
Oh, it sucks.
So I like burned a sick day for no reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you use it for comedy.
Yeah.
Use it for comedy. That's
so
what I'm supposed to be using it for.
Right, and my career's taken off now. It's like a plane.
Yeah.
Ironically, not like just like the plane. Canceled.
Yeah.
Delayed. But so that was one of the blunders. One of the main ones on Monday. So that's fun. And I had one more. Yeah.
You have one more?
I do, but
I just have an anecdote.
Yeah, please.
The last time I flew back to Houston to visit family, and I had a layover in Tennessee.
Okay.
Nashville, and there was like a delay, so I had to like sit in the bar, and it was cool. Like I got to watch like this country concert. Like they had performers come and play in the bar
at the airport.
That's cool. It was cool. Anyway, so I was sitting there, and then I was eavesdropping on this like older lady, like in her 50s, you know, talking to like some like dude in his 20s, and like I guess he was like Nashville hot. Okay. Because this lady was like, she hadn't been wet in years.
Okay.
But was sliding out of her seat for this guy, right?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You smelt it. You were like,
started
like emanating.
Tennessee whiskey.
Oh my God. Yeah.
and she's hammered.
Sure.
You know? And so she's like hitting on this guy. Yeah. And she's fucking like ridiculous. Like she's saying outrageous shit.
Like what?
Like she was asking him if he had a girlfriend, if he was married. And he's like, yeah, actually, I'm married. And she goes, no way, that's the problem with you kids. You kids getting married so young. And
what
like,
the hell?
It's like, look at me, I'm in my 50s. I'm still picking up dick at the airport.
Right.
You know? And she didn't say that. But
she basically said that. Yeah.
What she said was much, much worse.
Right.
You know, what she ended up saying.
I'm going to chop up your dick.
She goes, let me see your wife.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And so he pulls her out, and then she's like his home screen, you know, shows her.
Wow. What a simp.
That's fun. She goes, oh my gosh, she's so young. That's a baby. You putting your dick in a baby.
Oh my God.
She's saying this at the airport. She goes, you raping a baby.
Oh, raping a baby? Wow.
Yeah.
Wait.
And everybody was laughing.
Wait. What time was this at?
This was at like
middle of the day?
No, this was like 8:30 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Central.
Okay. Is this like a regular? You think it's like a regular bar patron of the airport? I guess it's past the gates.
It couldn't be.
Yeah,
because
they needed to fly.
Yeah.
That person's probably just been drinking all day at the airport.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh my God, so horny.
I can't believe she said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it work out, or did they not sleep together, or whatever?
No, she had to get on a plane, and he had to go home to rape the baby.
Yeah. That's every rom-com I've seen. And the best friend runs in the airport. No, wait, don't do it. Don't fly. I still love you. To the 50-year-old lady, of course, right?
That was crazy. That lady was outrageous.
Yeah.
As crazy as people think like comic conversations are,
yeah,
it's never that crazy. It's always like regular people.
Yeah. Do people think comic conversations are that crazy?
They're not. Usually people just talk about like, I got high blood pressure. It's always like that.
Yeah. I might get diabetes soon. I don't know. I should probably stop smoking. That's a big thing. Vaping. Should I stop vaping? Yeah. Comics conversations are boring as hell. That's just like this one. No, I'm kidding. This one's amazing. I'm having a good time.
Yeah. No, they're boring.
They're very normal.
Uh-huh.
I hate the idea of like people are like, yo, comics so fucking like dark and twisted. It's like, dude, no, they're like normal people.
Dude, I also hate like I was watching a show on Friday, and a comic who I like was on stage.
Oh shit, name names.
I can't.
Andrew Dice Clay.
And they were like, they go, do y'all mind if I get a little dark? And whenever a comic says that, it's never dark.
No.
It's never that bad.
You guys ever think about death? Yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah. It's always something
it's on everyone's mind all the time. Literally, we live to not die. You know what I mean? Yeah, I hate that. It's also like, oh, this is gonna sound racist, and it usually does, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like not that bad. And you're
it's
just like,
never that bad.
Right,
like if it's that dark,
if
something's happening to you that's like that dark,
right?
The audience already knows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you're missing fingers. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but I ain't got any hands.
There's always some bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm.
So what do they talk about? What, like, you don't even have to tell the joke, just like thematically. What was the dark thing they brought up?
They had a stroke.
That's so not. It's like it's crazy.
It's not that bad. It was not that bad.
I feel like it's even less crazy. It's less dark because it's like out of their control. Like it'd be dark if it was like, yeah, dude, I fucking raped a baby. Like that's dark.
Yeah.
That's whoa. Okay.
I know what it is. It's because like they've probably done that bit without setting it up. Like, do you mind if I? And then the crowd will like they don't know how to feel about this stroke.
They feel bad.
Yeah. So they're like, do you mind? So they have to preface it with like, this might be a little wackadoo. And
in that tone.
Yeah. But I think like I don't know, just go for it. You know?
Yeah. Also, just set it up better. I don't know, or just like have a more solid. I don't know, take setup.
Yeah.
God, I want you to name the name, but you don't have to.
I'll tell you later. I mean, like I like them.
Right.
Just like,
it's just like
it wasn't even just them. It was just like a recurring thing. Like whenever
a lot of comics do that.
Yeah. Or they'll use it as a bailout, or they'll do some shitty joke. that doesn't work. And he's like, I guess it's a little dark for you guys. It's like, no, it just wasn't a good bit.
Yeah. I do hate when people along those lines, and I think I sort of mentioned it before, where like people find out you're a comic and they go, oh, so you're like a really messed up person. Like you probably have some crazy
that's
thoughts.
so annoying.
It's like, dude, I'm a normal person. Like, why do you think comics are like this?
I'm fucked up. I enjoy the feeling of making people laugh.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little weird.
Who
It is a little narcissistic, but I don't feel like it's like a twisted thing.
Yeah.
It's just like any I mean, not any performance. It's a little different than most. It's like it's similar to most performance.
Can I get a little dark with you right now?
Yeah, okay.
Can I say something dark? Sometimes
sure.
I like when people enjoy my company.
That's so fucking weird, dude. I wish you set that up better. I don't know how to respond as an audience. Yeah. No, that's funny. Speaking of, this might be a little dark.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's not really that dark, but
this
is my next blunder. Yeah, okay. This is actually sort of related to stroke. I feel bad saying that now, as when I say it, you'll see. So I went to the BlackPink concert last night. Not to brag, pretty cool though. And we get there and we're looking for our seats, right? And it's like 228, like W or whatever, right? And so we're like, oh, that's just like A.
Great seats.
Yeah, do you know what I'm talking about, the W seats?
No.
Okay, well, you will learn in 2 seconds.
Okay.
People are like, okay, that's A, that's B, that's C. No way does this go all the way to W. And so we go to the usher and we're like, hey, what's W? And he's like, oh, it's right here. And he points to like the railing, and they're fold out chairs. And it's for wheelchair access.
No, yeah. That's what the W stands for?
Yes, yeah. It's like there's no way it goes like A, B, C, D, E, F. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's just A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. And so it turns out the people we went with bought wheelchair accessible seats.
How much were they?
They're the same price. They're the same price.
So they paid the same price just to fuck over like handicapped people?
Well, it was crazy because like I felt so bad. I didn't buy the tickets, right?
Yeah.
But the person who bought the tickets also didn't know. He's just, I just like went for the first tickets, and like it wasn't clear online, which is like I give him the benefit of the doubt that he like or she just like didn't know, or like I think what happened was it probably did say, but he was like trying to buy the tickets so fast that he probably didn't notice. You know what I mean? Because it's like they sell out really fast. So he just bought the tickets, and we sit. So the usher was like, "This isn't supposed to be happening," but then like unfolded the seats for us. We're like, "Oh god, this is so awkward." And so it was us four.
I hate an usher with a moral code.
Yeah, I hate anyone with a moral code. Yeah, so. We sit there, and then next to us are 2 people in wheelchairs. And it was pretty awkward for a while. And then next to us on the other side, just a family of normal, able-bodied people. And so for like good 40 minutes, we were like, "Fuck, this is so awkward." And we were like, "I guess I technically have a disability, you know? Like, yeah, I'm sort of deaf in one ear. I have ADD."
I'm a sicko who
I will say
stand
though.
up.
I will say.
Yeah.
Pretty good seats though. Pretty good seats.
I bet.
You can't like everyone who people who stood up, they were like one level below us. Yeah. So like we could have we just sat and enjoyed the show. We stood up when we wanted. It was like pretty. It was pretty good.
The best part about that is like, based on BlackPink's like main demographic, it's not just like a person in a wheelchair. It's like a child in a wheelchair.
Right. Yeah, just like so excited seeing they're basically like superheroes to them.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, they're like gods basically. This is my one
one
night.
Now.
Yeah.
Your God standing right in front
of
you.
So yeah, I did feel bad until the other family next to us showed up, the able-bodied family. They were like, okay, so this is no one.
And they were also in the wheelchair section.
Yes.
Right.
And they were, again, not in a wheelchair.
And they were abled.
Abled. And, but yeah, that was a big blunder.
What if, like, we're like, thank God there's another, like, able-bodied person. And you talk to them. And then they're, like, retarded.
No. Damn, we're just throwing out the R word now, huh? No, that would have been, I didn't.
Well, I think what you did was worse. You actually took something from a community.
Look, I didn't.
I just called them a word.
Sure. Well, I didn't buy those tickets. If it were up to me, I buy the whole row, baby. I buy the whole row for myself. But no, everyone had a good time. It looked like.
That's good.
You know. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a while it was
damn,
like,
that's a great one.
shit.
That's a great one.
And also, like, when the show started, we're like, damn, should we stand up? Or should we just keep sitting? It was like a weird, like, everyone else, we're going to stand up.
Yeah, they like sing the anthem. It's like, are you guys going to...
Yeah, I tried to be like, oh, God, my leg really hurts. It really sprained my leg. And I, like, slowly sat down. Wow. Try to make it known that, you know, I'm in pain. So, yeah, that was a big blunder on my end.
Damn, that's a really great one.
How's it going?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it felt very awkward.
Yeah.
It's also like...
Well, what did the people you say, the people you went with, what did they say?
Well, they didn't know. It was an honest mistake. We were just like, oh, fuck. We wouldn't have bought them. They wouldn't have bought them if they knew. But
y'all posted pictures.
Oh, yeah.
So it's almost like, look at us.
Yeah. We made sure the wheelchair people were not in those pictures.
And it was like from a low angle, so did they take it? Did they take it? Did you ask the wheelchair people to take it?
Please.
Sorry, can you back up a little? We just want to. We want a wider shot. You got the electric wheelchair.
Yeah, no, it was fine. Everyone, this is not their first time this has happened to them. You know, not to the wheelchair people, but like the stadium itself. You know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna say that your friends like they do this all the time.
No.
It's like the easiest way to buy tickets.
Yeah.
and then we just scalp them. It's easier to scalp because we know exactly who to look for. We know exactly who's buying.
Hard to miss, but it makes sense that they were like the same price. It also makes sense that they were available because I think people who did notice probably weren't buying the wheelchair. Like, I'll probably give those to wheelchair people.
They have to be the same price.
Yeah.
Because like if it was any lower, then
able-bodied
people would just buy them up.
Right.
And if it was higher, they'd be upcharging.
Right. That'd be fucked up. Yeah.
That'd be man. What
a conundrum.
catch-22.
So how do you like prove that? You know what I mean? Like, I would prefer people with wheelchairs to sit in that spot, but I don't know how to like. Hey,
boy, I actually think it's pretty easy to prove.
Okay.
Show up to the stadium in a wheelchair.
Right, but how do you prove it when you're buying the tickets? How do you do that? You can't. I guess you have like a card.
Well,
right?
I think like you buy the tickets, and when you show up, and if you're not in a wheelchair,
they reject
like,
you.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah. You don't.
Wow. Well, that's what they were saying. The people who bought the tickets, they're like, oh, they didn't say anything to us when we were walking in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like. They should have said something.
But
also they
probably thought it.
They looked at us and they were like, "Really?" And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "All right, go on."
Oh man.
But no, I think the people at the front, the security line, the ticket checkers, are probably trying to get people to like quickly, like here, quick. It fits 50,000 people. That's a ton of people to move into a place.
Yeah.
Concert was sick though. It was worth it. Had
I
great
bet.
seats.
Yeah, K-pop. I can't listen to it, but I feel like I would enjoy watching it.
Really? Why can't you listen to it?
It's just too like
poppy.
Yeah, but in a way where it's like I don't know how to describe it. It sounds exactly what it is. It's an imitation of pop. So it's like an imitation of something that's already generic.
Right.
You know?
So it feels so fabricated. Like almost
it
like
feels
so
fabricated. Yeah.
But that's sort of what makes it interesting. I find it to be such a culturally interesting thing.
I find it interesting. I just can't listen to it.
Have you tried?
I've tried. Yeah.
Maybe just listen to bad K-pop. What do you even listen to?
I tried BlackPink. I tried BTS.
So okay.
I tried some of the other ones.
Yeah.
And like I can't get into it.
Do you really feel like it's
But I know I would enjoy watching because they're like great
performers. Yeah. They do. Yeah. They were doing some crazy hand shit. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah. Wait, that's interesting that you've tried. I feel like it's so it does sound very like imitation-y, but also so does pop music in general. You know what I mean? So like it kind of just sounds like pop music.
I think I would enjoy it more if it was in Korean because then I wouldn't know what they were saying.
Okay.
Yeah, but lyrics like ruin songs for me.
Wow, really? If they're like real corny?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
really?
I think that what's that Katy Perry song where it's like, do you ever feel
like a plastic bag?
Yeah. Like imagine if I didn't know what she was saying, that song would be so empowering.
It would hit,
yeah. But now I listen to it, I'm like, this dumb Katy Perry
shit,
American Idol bitch. You know? But
Jesus Christ, all right.
But if it was
so
like
visceral,
I don't know, if it was in like Somali or something, maybe I'd like it.
What can you separate? I feel like for me, I'm like, I separate. It's easy, dude. If it sounds good, I'm in. Who cares?
The lyrics really get me.
Wow. Yeah. So you're like big into like hip hop then? Because
I do like hip hop.
Hip is so lyrical.
Yeah, I like it. I like it more. Yeah.
I feel like the lyrics to the hip hop are like almost distracting. It's just like I'm trying to enjoy the song, but I have to like think about what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that too.
It's very hard to.
But there are different types of. I mean, they have
sure.
They have the songs where it's just like
pop hip hop.
The lyrics are like nothing.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are
also really fun.
Those are really fun. Yeah. Well, I do like pop though. I like.
You love Olivia Rodrigo.
I do love Olivia Rodrigo.
So I would say in terms of like imitation stuff, I feel like her music is very imitating of like grunge punk.
I think
like
the style
90s.
is like the actual music is, but not the lyrics.
Yeah, the lyrics.
I feel like the lyrics are very like.
Does she write
original?
Is she a singer?
Yeah, she's like really good at it.
Really?
Yeah.
She's like, it is very Taylor Swift-esque, which I think is interesting because she got like a writing credit on one. Like Taylor Swift got a writing credit on one
right.
or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like Taylor Swift.
Really?
No.
Why not?
It's just corny.
I feel like her newer stuff is less corny. It's more poetic, if you will.
Yeah, but it's like she doesn't have any type of edge.
Yeah, it's a little too poppy.
It's a little too poppy, and I feel like she's like leaning into like this edgier side of herself.
Yeah.
But just the way that her life has been set up, she's never
not
gonna have
an edgy
that.
person.
She's not that person.
Right.
She should just continue making like the fucking like teenage.
God, you really hate her.
Huh?
You hate her.
I don't hate her.
Yeah,
it's just like I just hate her influence.
Yeah.
who she is.
You hate her music. I hate her music, how she looks, but I don't hate her. She seems nice. Who she is. No, that makes sense. I feel like I've heard complaints about similar complaints, and I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
It fluctuates for me depending on
my
like my own era. You know what I mean? Because Taylor Swift goes through her eras.
Oh yeah.
Like now I'm like Taylor Swift's kind of fun, but like a year ago I was like Taylor Swift sucks.
I didn't know. I had this debate. Who do you think's more famous or at the height of their fame?
Okay.
Taylor Swift or Mike Tyson?
Ooh, I think Taylor Swift. She's like worldwide. I don't think Mike Tyson's worldwide.
Mike Tyson's like crazy worldwide.
I don't know. Is he though? Like if he went to like fucking Cambodia, will they recognize him? I don't think they would. At the height of his...
At the height of his... Yeah, I think people don't realize because it was so long ago, but at the height of his fame, he was like Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson level famous.
Are you serious?
Like when you say Mike Tyson,
you
don't even have to know English. People go, boxing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's that big.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that he was this big. Wait, who are you... You think Mike Tyson's more popular than Taylor Swift?
My dad doesn't know who Taylor Swift is. My dad knows who Mike Tyson is.
Wow.
So, but they're both so huge. Yeah. That the number of people who don't know who one or the other would be would be very low.
Right.
But I think it's at least like super competitive between them.
Yeah. I think if Mike Tyson at the height of his fame were around now with like the internet era, I think he would probably be maybe
bigger.
Maybe.
Oh.
Well, the internet helps a lot with Taylor Swift at least. You know.
That's true too. Yeah.
It's like music's just it just travels through the internet. Well, like boxing's a little more like TV. It's just TV.
But he was so like spectacular.
Was he good? Was he actually good? Like pretty good?
He was phenomenal.
Like one of the best. Yeah.
Like he was like, I mean, yeah. He obviously he won. But he was doing it in like spectacular fashion. Yeah. Like he was not a tall guy for heavyweight. He was short. Yeah. I think he's like 5'10" or 5'11".
Whoa.
For heavyweight. And like Tyson Fury is like 6'7".
Okay.
Same weight class.
Wow.
And he would go in and obliterate guys in the first round.
Oh. Is he just like fast and strong at the same time?
He was like fast and he had like this explosive like peekaboo style.
Yeah.
And like he would knock people the fuck out. And then he had like this like crazy personality.
Yeah.
Where like if I'll send you some of his like post-fight interviews.
Please.
Where he's telling me like I want to eat your babies, bitch.
Right.
Like things like that.
He's like a crazy guy.
Yeah. And then he's like he was telling like professional heavyweight champion boxers like I will bend you over and fuck you like you're my girl. Yeah.
They don't talk like that now? I feel like they do talk like that now. But he started it, right?
He had like a real charisma to him.
Yeah.
He had like a real riz.
Little riz.
Yeah.
No one else has. Wow.
Because like when he said it, it was like genuine. When like boxers and fighters say things now, they don't have the charisma to pull it off. Yeah. It's all like it's all a cheap imitation of something else.
Wow.
You know, like everybody's trying to be Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
But when McGregor was doing it, it was good because like that was just him.
It was just shit talking, right?
It was just him.
Wow. Yeah. How's Logan Paul? You like him?
Logan. Yeah. I mean,
is he a good boxer?
You're thinking of his brother. Well, I guess they
Jake
both
Paul.
box, but Jake Paul. I mean, for the amount of time he's been doing it,
it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah.
But he's also like, he has like unlimited resources. I'm so sure he's on every type of steroid.
Do they test for that
imaginable. I test. But like, and what he's doing, he gets to pull a lot of the strings.
Yeah.
And he's fighting guys who were never really boxers.
Oh, okay.
And they're all like retired MMA fighters.
Yeah.
So, but
did he box Terrence Crawford?
No.
Who did he fight recently? That was a famous.
He
Floyd?
fought Nate Diaz.
Oh, okay.
He won. But Logan Paul, his older brother, fought Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay.
Mayweather like styled on him, and I think Logan Paul had like literally like 80 or 90 pounds on him. Yeah.
Damn. So that's pretty embarrassing, right?
Not against Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, okay. yeah. Who's one of the best?
Yeah, probably the best ever, just in terms of skill.
Wait, do you watch all kinds of fighting, like MMA,
I'm
boxing?
A big nerd. I'm a really big.
Do you also watch like taekwondo?
Like the Olympics, when it's in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And on Fridays during the day, they have like, it's called like One FC. And it's like Muay Thai kickboxing, but in 4-ounce gloves.
Whoa.
And like, I'll watch that too.
What's a 4-ounce? Is that?
That's like the MMA gloves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
But in Muay Thai, they use like a glove that's more similar to boxing, so there's more padding.
Oh, okay.
And usually on a professional level, I think they fight like 10-ounce.
Yeah.
8 or 10-ounce.
Oh, okay.
Gloves.
Just like pad.
Yeah, but they're like padded.
The density of the
and
padding.
Then,
Interesting.
The 4-ounce gloves are just like the fingerless, like
I fucking learned
Michael
so much.
Jackson.
It's
gloves.
fascinating.
Yeah.
The Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Wait, so they can like fuck up their hand?
Yeah, the gloves actually.
That's a blunder.
The gloves actually don't protect from like concussive force.
Whoa.
It's really just to protect from like cutting.
Yeah.
And also from you breaking your hand.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's so violent. Have you had a concussion from doing this?
Not me, because I don't like fight. And also, like, I don't.
I'm like really bad at this.
Yeah. So no, I don't think I've ever.
You don't like spar?
Very lightly.
Oh, okay.
Very controlled, but like
But you don't like compete.
No.
Wow. Interesting.
I'm about to turn 30. It's
yeah, but like Hayden does. Hayden Harrington, right? Or he used to.
I think he did when he was like much younger.
Kind of ask him if he's ever concussed, because that's like that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm pretty sure he has.
That's like scary, dude. Right?
Yeah.
That's like that will lead you to a life of
you'll,
murdering people.
A life of blunders.
Yeah. Gotta get him on the pod ASAP. Hayden, come back from North Carolina.
Yesterday at my gym, really funny comic, Basam.
Yeah.
He showed up.
Yeah.
That was fun.
He's got some blunders.
He has some blunders. I really want him on the podcast because there's one in particular that I want to talk to him about.
What do you mean? Oh, like from yesterday or from?
What
do you mean?
I'll save it for when we get
on the
podcast because it's a really interesting story.
He's a dude I bump into like all the time. He's just like out and about. I'm like, Basam, what's up?
Super funny, super nice guy. Always around.
Yeah. Just so random. He was just like there. I was like literally like I was in Williamsburg running an errand.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I was just warming up and then he like tapped me on my shoulder. I
think he's targeting us. Not to be that guy, but I think everyone's kind of out to get me. I think a little bit. You too. My girlfriend too. My parents as well.
They're always around.
Yeah, they're always around. What's up with that?
They're always texting me. Where are you?
Yeah. What's up? How's your day? It's so fucking weird.
Why are they so invested in me?
Yeah. Why do they care? What do they want? I will say this is a funny thing that happened to my girlfriend and me. Like when we started dating, like 4 months in. This is how paranoid my dad is. I told my dad like, "Hey, I have a girlfriend, blah blah blah," and he was like, all right, don't tell her about the will. And I was like, what? He's like, don't tell your girlfriend about the will. I'm like, Dad, you're like 65. What are you talking? And he's like worried about her. We were like 4 months in dating.
Yeah.
And he's like, do not tell her about the will that I'm making. It's like, dude, you're not like a rich guy.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. It was just like a very funny. And of course I told my girlfriend immediately about this. I'm like, my dad thinks you're going to steal money from him. So I have my eyes on you. So you better fucking... better be careful.
About the will.
Is that weird? A weird thing to say, right?
That is very weird. Yeah.
Is that like an old fashioned thing? Like an old dude thing? To be like worried about people being in the will? You know?
I guess what it sounds like the will wasn't even like finalized yet. Or
he also has power to be like, this money goes, or whatever he has. Again, he's not a rich guy. To be like, everything goes to art. You know what I mean? It's like, Lauren DeMundo's not you have power to write her name in or not write her name in.
Like in his will it says to Art and his then girlfriend.
Yes, yeah. It's like 30 years later, like we're not even together. It's crazy.
Don't tell her about the will.
No, yeah, the crazy. Yeah, I think it's just a funny thing to like be paranoid about, like girlfriends taking the will or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway,
what if he was talking about something else?
What?
What if he was like, don't tell her about my will?
Yeah.
My willpower.
Willpower.
I will take you away from her.
What? Dad, no. No, he's a very anxious guy. A lot of blunders in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost a lot of money gambling.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, sounds like a fun dude.
Well, he's not a fun dude. He's like no sense of humor.
But he loves to gamble.
But he thought this is why he's not a fun gambler. He's not like, let's fucking go, let's risk it all. He's like, I can beat these people. It's an ego thing for him. And he's like, it's like I am like thousands of dollars in debt, but I can come back. Like he thinks he can like outsmart everybody.
Yeah.
So
that really makes the will thing makes sense now then.
Yeah. Where he's like, I can outsmart everybody. Yeah. He's not a bad guy, but a lot of blunders in his life. Lost a lot of money gambling.
Sure. Yeah.
Now he lives in Las Vegas. The gambling capital of the world.
Is he still a gambler?
Apparently not.
He just lives in Vegas.
I
just like reading the articles.
My mom thinks he does, but I'm like, I don't know. Every time I go there, he doesn't seem like. Also, he was very.
Does he not gamble on the weekends that you're there?
That's what I'm saying. But he does seem like a different person now from when I was a kid. So I don't know. It's hard to say.
Yeah, sure.
But also, he was into computer gambling, so he doesn't have that.
Computer gambling.
Like he'd be online gambling, like put money, video poker online.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Like he'd download a thing, put money into it,
and
then he'd just play people online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some gamblers in my family. They're really fucked up.
Is it an Asian thing?
Lives.
Asian people like gambling.
Yeah, I think there might be a correlation there because like luck is like such a big part of the culture.
Yeah.
It's like you're blessed with luck.
Did you grow up with a lot of like luck talk in your life?
More on my Vietnamese side, yeah.
Really?
Like, believe like you don't want to do that because that's unlucky, or you want to have this in your house because that's lucky. Like when we walk in, there's like a big fat laughing Buddha.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like for good luck, and it's like right across from like a big portrait of Jesus Christ. And it's like, isn't that guy?
You can't have both.
Yeah.
They're like staring each other down.
Yeah, it's like Godzilla versus King Kong.
Who's gonna fucking win?
Yeah. It's like having two dads.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. Wait, so I feel like Filipinos are famously also very superstitious as well, like very Southeast Asian.
They're superstitious, but that's more about like ghosts.
Yeah, Thai people are very into ghosts as well.
Yeah.
So did you hear a lot of ghost stories growing up?
Yeah, I think my dad.
Is a ghost. He left us. He ghosted us.
Don't tell him about the will. Ooh.
Oh shit, Dad.
No, like ghosts, like in Vietnam and shit.
Wait, for real? He's like, they like believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's so crazy.
And like superstition, like he doesn't like when you take pictures of people sleeping because it's supposed to be like a bad omen. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
I guess.
That's
I
so
guess
weird.
So, yeah. And one time we were digging a hole in our backyard.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
my little brother
Sketchy.
was playing.
Oh, okay.
And this was really weird. My I guess Blunder in my dad's head.
Yeah.
My brother was like playing in the backyard. I think my brother was like, "Can I hop in?" He was like 8.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, "Yeah, sure." So he hops in, and then my dad realizes that's like a bad omen because
So
it's like
hop into a hole.
Yeah, because I guess it's like resembles like a grave or something.
Oh.
And so my dad's like, get out of the hole, get out.
Oh
get
my
out.
god.
So he gets out. And then like, I don't think anything of it. We just keep digging.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then my dad's like, I'm so fucking stupid. Like, how did I fucking, yeah. I was like, Dad, it's all right.
Dad, dude, he's going to be hopping holes the rest of his life, buddy.
It's not real. Ghosts aren't real. You're never going to see your family again.
Whoa. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Wait, that's so interesting. That dad is so superstitious. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Weird. I feel like I had a thing to say about ghosts.
Have you ever had a paranormal experience?
Have I? I'm trying to think. There, I had in like 8th grade. I was like at a party and I was outside.
Yeah.
And I don't tell a lot of people this because I don't know. People will think I'm crazy. But I was just sitting on the driveway and I looked up and I see 3 red lights just orbiting each other and then disappear. Is that a UFO? I don't know. But apparently other people have seen this as well.
Ah.
That's the only paranormal thing. But my roommate in college, he really was convinced that we had
Maybe
ghosts.
it was 3 of these mics.
Yeah, someone's potting in the air. Yeah. That's the
potting from the future.
That's a Mile High Club for us. Potting in the air, not
like
sex.
Interstellar.
yeah.
We're recording in space 20 years from now.
That's a good song. That's a good soundtrack. But yeah, no, that's the only paranormal thing I've. This is something interesting. I don't know if this is a blunder or even that interesting, but we talked to, not to bring up the other podcast, but the better podcast I used to do, the way better one, the much better one.
Yeah, tell me more about your ex podcast.
Red flag. We should break up. No, we talked to a paranormal investigator who spent like 10 years, like literally investigating ghosts, and like he's New York based. Like he did a thing with Letterman, where he investigated the Ed Sullivan Theater. And after all these years of like looking for ghosts, he concluded that ghosts aren't real. But there's one moment where he was filming something, and there was a thing that like walked across his camera that he couldn't recreate it. And so that was like the only time that he like saw a ghost thing.
Weird.
But this is sort of wholesome. He realizes most people just like imagine ghosts because they're so lonely. Like when they're like in their house. You know what I mean?
Have we talked about this before?
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is that interesting though?
It
so
is
like
interesting.
He'll go over there.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. So it's like usually someone with like an electrical problem or like a leaky faucet. So he'll bring like plumbers and electricians who are like part of the team.
Yeah.
And he'll just like go there, fix their problem, and just like hang out with them for like an hour and just be like, now you're less lonely. And then he just leaves. Isn't that so sweet? That's so heartwarming, right?
Yeah. So that's what an exorcism really is.
Yeah.
It's just company.
I don't want to be alone. No, I have a demon inside me. Don't leave. I have a demon inside me. I need you here.
Dude, that's so sad.
It's kind of sad, but also it's like kind of what he does is kind of sweet, you know?
Yeah. Imagine being a plumber and it's like, I think there's a ghost. Like, no, you're just lonely.
Yeah,
you just don't have friends.
It's just like you're so convinced that it's not your problems. It's like the problems around me.
Yeah.
Projecting your
and that
issues.
makes sense because if you're lonely, there's nobody to tell you that you're crazy.
Yes, totally. Or like, no, it's just the house or whatever. It kind of freaks me out. Like my mom was alone, and I'm like, I wonder if but she's pretty sane. She's pretty?
Oh.
She's pretty. And single.
My mom's hot.
My mom's hot. But yeah, she's not big into ghosts, but
yeah.
I think the family is though. She's like, a lot of ghost stories in Thailand.
I'm not a supernatural guy.
Yeah.
Or like a superstitious guy at all.
Yeah.
But I did have like one feeling where like where it was like, oh, okay, I see why people believe in this.
Yo, tell me.
Yeah. I was on drugs.
Okay.
I was on shrooms.
Never mind.
And I was at my cousin's house, and rest in peace. My aunt had passed away during the pandemic.
Oh, damn.
Not from COVID, but from like other health-related issues.
Damn.
But I was at their house, and then I was using their bathroom, and I felt like
which drugs were you on?
I was on shrooms. I was tripping, and in like the bathtub. So it's like a narrow bathroom.
Yeah.
And, like I'm pissing, and then like the curtain's closed.
Yeah.
But
for the shower.
The shower curtain's closed,
okay.
and the tub is right here.
Yeah.
And there's nothing tipping me off. Like. Yeah. There's no like I'm not hearing anything. I'm not really even seeing anything. It's just in the corner of my eye I have a sense that something's moving.
Oh shit.
And
that's so
somebody's
scary.
watching. And it's not a sensory thing. It's not like a perceptive thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not seeing or hearing or feeling anything.
You just
It's just a knowing.
Yeah, you convince yourself.
Yeah, and I'm 110%. Like, there's like complete conviction. There's a fucking ghost in this room. No, if you ask me no doubt. It's such a strange feeling.
Well, you know what that is? I think it's similar to the people who are like living alone, thinking they're ghosts. Like it's a little bit of your paranoia, like coming through the cracks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But it was just weird how strong that feeling was.
Wow.
Because like,
and you still remember, obviously.
Yeah. Cause,
whoa. Ooh, that's kind of freaky. Mm-hmm. There reminds me, Black Cat, Lower East Side, the venue.
I love that K-pop band. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them last night. They're so good. But every barista who works there is convinced that place is haunted. Like they would be downstairs, they'll hear footsteps upstairs before it's even open, or like the lights will turn off on them. It's apparently it's very haunted there. Apparently.
Wow.
Haunted with good vibes. Jerry Seinfeld presents every Sunday. Come through. That's where we have our show. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like ghosts are real, but I feel like I've heard a lot of stories from like pretty reputable people who are like, I felt a ghost. I had a roommate in college.
Yeah.
And we lived next to a graveyard, and This is how dumb he is. He they were doing construction on the fence of the graveyard.
Yeah.
And he was so convinced that the ghosts were out because the fence was gone. He was so convinced. And yeah,
he thought the ghosts were like Mexicans. Like,
the fence is gone.
He was like, he had like the Republican mentality towards ghosts.
Hop this.
We need a wall.
Build that wall for the ghosts.
They keep shipping their ghosts to New York. A literal sanctuary city.
Exactly. We don't have room for them anymore.
These ghosts are taking all our resources and our jobs.
We need ghost ice to come through. And investigative, paranormal, I don't know. Yeah. But he said one time he was coming home from college and he was unlocking the door and he felt a presence. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I don't know, I just felt like something on my shoulders.
Dude, I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah? It's called depression. That's what it is.
It's called loneliness.
It's called loneliness.
And longing.
But it was funny because I was like, what do you mean? Like the ghosts are, he's like, yeah, the ghosts are pissed because they can't stay at their house. I'm like, you're an idiot. But he also apparently woke up one time and he saw a ghost in the corner of his room just staring at him. Like, that's a sleep paralysis demon. That's not a ghost.
Have you ever had that?
Sleep paralysis? That sounds really scary. I think I've had like
scary. Yeah.
I haven't seen.
That's the
word. Dread. Yeah. I've had sleep paralysis, but I've never seen something, but I've woken up feeling like I'm being watched. You know? Like, and I'm clearly
Were you able to move?
No, I was like stuck.
That's sleep paralysis.
Yeah, but the demon, like sometimes people can see the demon. No, I guess most of it's like you just feel the presence, right?
Yeah. I've had both. I could feel
see someone? Oh fuck, dude, that's so scary, dude.
It was just like a shadow.
Oh
so
god,
I didn't see any detail.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
It was scary, right? And you're just like,
it is terrifying.
Yeah.
Because it's the terror, like your
right.
Your brain is in a state of terror because your body can't move.
Yeah.
So it makes these images.
Right.
To like
convince you that something
translate the terror.
Yeah.
The feeling. Yeah.
Do you know that tinnitus? That's how that tinnitus works. Like it's not your ears that are fucked up. It's your brain thinking that there should be a sound, so it rings.
So tonight it's just gaslighting?
Yeah, it's just your brain gaslighting you. Like sleep paralysis. Isn't that so weird? I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
And I think that a lot of people who are deaf, they get tinnitus because their brain's like, you should be hearing sounds.
Whoa.
But not every deaf person has tinnitus because their brains are stronger and they're smarter than those idiots. Yeah, so if you hear like just random ringing, like your brain just kind of, not your ears are not fucked up. Is that weird though?
Yeah, that's strange. To circle back to what we were talking about earlier, the
Sure.
BlackPink concert, was it sold out? Was it sold out?
Yeah, why?
I guess you could say it was standing room only.
Oh no! Jeez.
Sorry, just wanted to tie it back.
Yeah, we did tell the wheelchair people
that was last night?
Standing room. Yeah. Also very funny, the BlackPink concert, like the moment their encore song started, the people, like the ushers grabbed our chairs, like took it out from, they didn't even tell us, they just took it out from under us. So we could have easily.
They're doing it to the people in the wheelchairs too. They just take
they take
wheelchairs.
it out. It's time to go. Like, geez, that was aggressive. But that was sick. Also, it rained. Another blunder.
Oh yeah,
but it looked.
I feel like it looks even cooler.
It looked really cool.
What's that movie? Stomp the Yard.
Sure.
Or
Drumline. Do they have the rain scene?
Yeah.
In Drumline.
Yeah.
But they're drumming on the rain. But yeah, it looked really good.
I bet.
Yeah, they were all wet. It was too sexual. But anyway, ghosts aren't real.
Yeah.
Y'all are killing it.
Let's see. Last night I had a Blunder. Last night.
Oh hell yeah.
I did a double feature.
Yeah.
I saw Talk to Me and Barbie.
Right.
It was a cool experience. But Barbie was the second movie that I saw.
Yeah.
And so I had eaten so much popcorn. Like, I had eaten so much popcorn.
Yeah.
My throat's like dry brined from all the salt.
Yeah.
And like,
hard to swallow anything.
Yeah.
Like,
So I'm watching Barbie. I'm watching like this fucking like female, empowering like feminist movie. Like,
I love how you're this tone that you're this fucking this random ass woman movie.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I enjoyed this exploration of fucking bitch ass womanhood. And like, but that's like the theme of the movie. And like my throat gets so like fucking dry. And like we're watching this movie, and then like it's like, I'm Barbie, you're Barbie, we're all Barbie, and I just start coughing like the most dad cough imaginable. It's like, I'm Barbie president. And I'm like,
oh god, disgusting. Well, you're real Ken about it.
Yeah. That was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
But I did like the movie.
Yeah, I did like what you said. I was like, we were talking a little bit with my girlfriend. She's here, and I was like, yeah, she's going through. She has cramps, and you go, yeah, I get it. I saw Barbie last night. Yeah, dude, you totally get it.
Yeah.
You get
That's
the whole
what it's
thing.
about, right?
Yeah, pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I can't believe you're so anti-women. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of sad. I guess it kind of makes sense. You have a sleeveless shirt right now with a chain.
I saw Barbie.
Oh,
is the chain out?
It's a chain. Fit check. It's the chain out. Gotta tuck that in. Can't be that douchey.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. That was real earnest. That wasn't like a bit.
Yeah. But did anyone look at you? Was it a full theater?
Yeah, it was pretty full. Yeah, at the popcorn machine, I was like filling up I was buttering my popcorn.
Yeah.
And this lady was here to see Barbie?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Are you serious? Someone talked to you?
Yeah, she was like, here to see Barbie. I think she was joking because I didn't look like I was basically wearing the same thing. I was wearing the same.
No, I'm here to see Ken.
Yeah,
buddy.
and then she was like, "Here to see Barbie," and I was like, "Yeah, actually." And she's like, "Me too." Okay, bye. I don't know.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
People
really
just be talking to you?
Hmm?
This is like she was like hitting on you.
I think so a little bit.
Whoa.
And I just got the fade.
Yeah.
So, I was a little ego. I was like, probably.
Wait, that's so. No one's ever done that to me.
No one's ever done that to me either.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You got that riz.
Something about buttering up that popcorn. This could be you.
She was like, you didn't remember this part, but she was like, that's actually a lot of butter, dude. You gotta, that's too much butter. You gotta stop.
I'm preparing my popcorn. She's like, ooh, a man who cooks.
Yeah. Just you actually standing under it, just buttering in your mouth. That's so great. That's so funny.
Yeah,
this wasn't the person.
king.
This wasn't the person you sat next to, was it? Or whatever. You know what
No.
I'm talking about?
That was at the first.
The first
Dead
feature.
to Me, which was really good too.
Yeah. Dope feature's a wild thing. It's like, how lonely do you got to be to do 2 movies by yourself at night?
I like
extra butter.
I like doing it.
No, it's fun.
Yeah.
Going to movies. Also, going to comedy shows by yourself is really fun too. Just sit there and watch, and you're like, I'm having a good time by myself.
I did that on Saturday.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable just being by myself. Too comfortable. It's becoming a hindrance. Yeah.
This is why this is good. You come over and you hang.
Yeah. Like
Once
I
a
have
week.
to make effort to like I need to like hang out with people or else I'll go crazy. I'll start seeing ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was joking around last night, like I was at the concert, and I was like, God, I wish I was just at barbecue with Victor right now. Because you invited me to barbecue, and I was like, God, I wish this is cool and all, but I just want to hang out with my boy Victor.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Be done. All right, we got like 10 minutes left. You want to do the silver lining corner? Did we learn anything from our blunders?
I'll go first because I felt like mine was a little lighter.
Sure.
That's too much popcorn. I got like, I'm big on the movie going experience and really priming, your viewing.
Right.
So like I think one thing to factor in is like what snacks go with what movie.
Oh.
Horror movie, popcorn.
Nice.
Your heart rate's up, you're chomping. So horror movie popcorn, Barbie like a fun, like lighthearted fucking girl movie. Maybe something sweet, maybe some Swedish
because all
fish.
women have to be sweet. They can't be salty ever.
They can be one or the other.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
2 is too much.
Yeah. Choose a lane. Wouldn't have to choose a lane.
Choose a lane.
I do kind of feel that way. I feel like women are not even they have to choose, but they're constantly just like, you're the nice one, you're the mean one,
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys can be whatever we fucking want. Welcome to Ken world, Kendom,
depth.
baby.
Yeah.
Horses, that's what it's about.
So you gotta plan your snacks accordingly.
That's interesting.
What's a good like?
I don't know. I feel like I like popcorn in all my movies. To be honest,
I like popcorn. It's too like.
It's such a fun movie snack. It's like, it's so crunchy. It's great.
Yeah.
It elevates the movie for me. It really does.
Hey, last night at you posted on Instagram that you were barking at one of the BlackPink members.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, if you had to bark at a woman, how would you bark at her?
How would I bark?
Yeah.
I go.
Like a whimper.
A whimper, yeah. Please.
Yeah. I would like to imagine that I'd be like oh or like oh kind of the guy, but like
oh my god.
Yeah. I know me though. I'd be like like a chihuahua kind of like a yip, like a yappy.
Like walking around.
Yeah. That's kind of like my energy.
I think if I could do a howl like oh. That's a fun thing to do with guys. Just a bunch of guys howling. Yeah. Just you stare at the moon together and you howl. You never done that?
No, let's do that.
Let's do that tonight. Yeah, that'd be so funny.
When I turn 30, let's all just howl at the moon.
Look, I was in a fraternity in college, and we did that a few times. It's pretty fun.
That does sound fun.
It's really stupid, but it's pretty fun. I mean, stupid things is fun,
Yeah.
There's a funny joke that Maxim Allen does
Uh-huh.
about Lee, and it's like he catcalls her. like just in the apartment, like, oh shit, look at that thing walking by. I think that's kind of a funny idea.
That's
to
cute.
catcall your girlfriend or your wife, I guess, at this point.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Oh, you know?
Ow.
Oh.
I like doing
Just
this.
walking by.
I like doing that.
You're disgusting. You're a bad guy. I regret this whole thing.
Okay.
It's fun looking in the camera and being like, this is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Break the fourth
when
wall.
I say something racist, you're like,
Yeah.
the Jews?
No. My favorite. All right, we got 6 minutes left before we hit it. I guess we'll talk about what silver lining.
Silver lining for you. You had 2 blunders. The first one was.
I mean, the first one, I guess, sort of 3.
The
microphone thing. We got to figure that out. I figured it out. We'll see how this sounds. I do have another spare microphone that someone else has it right now, but we can get that back. And okay. You're coming at me, dude. I would like to get this pod going. That's the silver lining. We're just like, we got to fucking keep going, you know?
Yeah.
What else? Don't buy wheelchair accessible tickets. However, seats are pretty nice, pretty good seats. Not gonna
that's
lie.
the silver lining.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a silver lining. I guess what I learned.
I've been saying is these wheelchair guys have had it good for too long.
Too long. I honestly, for a moment, I was like, should I lean over and be like, we bought this on an accident? I'm like, no, that feels really virtue signaling. It feels weird.
Yeah.
But I really, in my mind, I was like,
my best friend's in a wheelchair.
Yes. Yeah. All my friends are in wheelchairs, dude. I grew up in that kind of neighborhood. Real Aquafina, you know what I mean? just how Nebraskans are. What else? So that, I guess
met her once. She's a nice person.
Oh, have you really?
Yeah.
Where? Wait, what? This is for another pod. This is for another.
Yeah.
Wait, that's crazy. I think you told me about it. You have to jog my memory though. Maybe that's a Patreon app. We'll see.
Yeah.
Keep looking at them. Keep doing this with Cam.
We'll get her on the pod.
We can.
Do you regret how you talk?
No, do the voice.
Well, we should talk about that on other podcasts because I do have
something to say about it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But
speaking of our sort of, I mean, not really my friend, more your friend, Andrew Jin has gotten confused for Aquafina.
No
I think
way.
It's crazy because she looks nothing like her, right? Just another
people
Asian
have gotten
woman.
her confused with Aquafina.
Yeah. So like she'll be like she told me the first time I met her, she was like, I was in an Uber and the Uber thought I was Aquafina. I was like, no, that's not me. Yeah, could have been a joke, but I don't know. It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
Yeah. All right, so last one.
Why was Andrea Jin talking like that?
Yeah, she was like, yo, what up, Uber driver?
What you know about Vancouver,
yeah. You're my G. That was crazy that she did that. No, she didn't do that. I don't know. Maybe she did that.
Yeah.
Knowing her, she probably did not do that. But also, I guess the plane one, it was nice to spend more time with my friend Terry. That was a silver lining with that one. The canceled flight.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little blunder.
Nice little adventure.
It was a little adventure.
A little sleepover on the airport floor.
Yeah. I did feel like we bonded. You know how like trauma bonding is a thing? I think that was a trauma bonding thing. You know?
I found out that's not actually the definition of trauma bonding.
What's trauma bonding?
I don't know, but I know it's not that.
Oh, I think trauma bonding might be like we have similar traumas. Right? But not like we shared an experience together. It was like you've been abused, I've been abused.
That's how I understood it.
Oh.
But I think trauma bonding is like, it's almost like the, what's that thing where like you're holding somebody hostage and then you develop like a
Stockholm kind of thing?
It's similar to that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I thought that too. Because I made the blunder of I was like, I think I was talking to this girl and I was like, I think we're like trauma bonding. And she was like, I don't think that's...
Actually?
Actually?
Yeah. She mansplained to you.
She did.
But you needed it, so...
And that's okay.
Okay.
And I'm cool with it because I saw Barbie.
I've only seen Oppenheimer, and I'm still a toxic guy. Still a toxic dude willing to build a bomb.
You can't keep a good man down.
Yeah. Saw Florence Pugh's boobs, and I was like, oh, but I'm in, baby. It's good to be a guy. That's what I thought. The whole IMAX 70mm crowd did go crazy for Florence Pugh's giant boobs on screen.
Big old titties.
All right, that's a good place to end, I think.
Florence Pugh's. That sounds like what you would call your tits.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
a little sweat forming under the Florence Pugh. If you know what I mean.
I was thinking more like Florence Pugh. Am I right? Get out of here. You're gross. Boys only. No, that's fun.